Welcome back to Junk Jaw Reseller Podcast. My name's Jay.
And I'm Ray. Thanks for joining us, guys.
Thank you for doing another episode. You'll be seeing our Christmas episode. It's going to be loaded up today, and
Yeah.
I'm not talking about today because this is a week later.
Yeah.
But
So
anyway, this
if you haven't checked it out,
haven't checked it out already. Go ahead and down there and take a look at it. But this is our New Year's special, so we're going to kind of talk about rehashing what we did this past year and what we're going to do new into the following year. But before we do that, how was your week?
it's all right. I mean, not too bad.
Yeah.
How about you?
It's been okay. I mean, sales has kind of been flat.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
But other than that, I'm just I haven't been doing a lot of listings, so I mean that's probably one of the reasons why.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm just focused on a little bit of different things on the other side of the business that I wish I could get more energy to do the eBay side.
Mm-hmm.
But that's okay. Those things we'll talk about a little bit later, and how I think about changing those and come and I and down in the comments leave tell us how your week was. It's fourth quarter. Has it been all it's cracked up to be for you? I've seen a lot of videos where some people say it's not, and some people are putting a lot of effort into it and they're getting stuff out of it. So leave down a comment.
I mean, it's always going to vary from person to person. Like, I think we kind of talked about this. Like, if you're selling new items, it helps. Just because, again, the gifts, I'm not going to get too far in detail, but like pre-owned gifts aren't always viewed as, acceptable. Even if it's starting to sway that way a little bit, but not completely. So I think I've talked about this probably even the past couple of weeks.
Yeah.
But I did have a couple big sales this past week. A couple nice sales I had. I don't know if you remember that little McDonald's stomper truck.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Dude, I listed that thing and it sold within 30 minutes. 115.
150.
Yep.
That's crazy.
30 minutes. So, and it's like one of those things like, crap, did I price it too low? But I think I had it right around where it should have been. But when it sells that quick, you can only question, like, wait a minute.
That's what you do. You question yourself. Like, and I know you looked at the comps, and I know you looked at other people's,
Yeah, and it's like mine, I think I listed it as premium, but I didn't. It had the box, but it was missing, like, it comes with paperwork, like some kind of like a little piece of paper or something inside. I don't know if it has like any care instructions or whatever instructions or something like that, but it's just like a small little slip. Mine didn't have that. I don't know if it fell out at some point when I bought it or whatever. I didn't see it by the time I got to list it. So I listed it without it, and I think if it had that slip, I could have maybe gotten 125, 130. So it's really not that bad. So maybe that slip doesn't really matter. Mm-hmm. That's why it sold so quick.
Cool. I mean, that's awesome though. That's a good little sale because you didn't pay much for that at all.
No, that was like in a bag of stuff I bought for like $5.
Yep.
And that again, that was one of my favorite yard sales of the year. I think it was like, again, the first week I bought my truck, I put that truck to use, filled it with some books.
That was your first week, wasn't it? That was your first week you bought your truck.
Yes.
Yeah. Because you had all those. You had the what was it? Charlie Brown, Garfield.
Yeah. Yep. All the books. Yeah, I sold another set of Garfield books too the other day for around like $30. Yeah, $36.
Yeah.
So that was a very, very good sale. I mean, I still have a couple other things. I think everything from that sale is listed, but my estimate is for like the around like $15 I spent. I'm looking at like $800 at least.
You can't beat that at all.
No,
you
can't.
No. I mean, like, so thinking back, like this year, right? So that being your favorite, garage sale or yard sale, whatever we call it. What's some other highlights of your year?
Let's say, you know what? starting this podcast, honestly, because getting to hang out with you every week is a pretty cool thing. Uh, I mean, it it's just one of those things. I mean, I already go to the flea market and I see you every week and we kind of hang out. But I think to have somebody to talk to like this during the week, kind of hang out, um, and just talk shop. You know,
I agree, man. It's been a highlight of my year.
yeah,
It really has.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just we're doing this for the fun of it. So,
Yep.
um, I mean, I think it's definitely one of my favorite things this year that we got on track and um, you know, I we'll see how far this goes. You know, that's all we
Yeah.
can do. And yeah,
Yeah, we will. I mean, but I know I've kind of procrastinated a lot. During the beginning of the year, you're like, oh, I gotta. Well,
yeah,
to be truthful with the audience here, I really didn't know how to work a computer too. I mean, I worked computer. I know how to use a computer, but I wasn't like confident like using a software to be able to just like publish something. Even though I do very minimal edits. If I may
yeah,
add something here or maybe take away some maybe.
yeah,
But other than that, I was a little bit nervous using software. So
yeah.
that was my thing. But so I kind of, you know, us getting together doing this podcast kind of at least got me out of that. And I
Hmm.
feel like I'm more centered in it, and it allows me to talk about my problems within reselling and talk about my joys too.
Yeah. I mean, now I like to say sometimes, or I like to think about sometimes. I'm sure a lot of viewers might think this that we get on here and just kind of complain. We're like the complaint department, just going back and forth every week off that oh we got a return, we got a negative,
Right.
or eBay did this. Oh, fees are back. You know what I mean? Now, I mean, at the end of the day, we're gonna have our own issues too, like the the low balls or different
Hmm.
things. I mean, it's it's our reselling news, and we try to have our kind of just flip on that. Like it could be our news, but mixed with actual stuff that's going on in the reselling world
Yeah.
too. Now, the issue is that we have, I know, we're always posting a week late.
Yes. We always
so
go
so
once a
we're
week.
we're the trusty delayed news network
Yeah,
of reselling.
we are. We're delayed. Maybe, yeah. Maybe this coming year, maybe we need to do like a real small, just like in the middle of the week news blurb, and then
Something.
just post it right then and there.
Yeah. I mean maybe that's something I can do on the Instagram side, even just make a post instead of, and I can kind of just refresh that as soon as it comes out. I can post stuff like that on there.
Yeah.
And then we can review it and talk about it. It actually might help because then I can just go on Instagram while we're live. I'm like, hey, this is what happened this week. I can
Yeah,
just
that's
review the
yeah. Just
Instagram.
right for the Instagram,
Yeah,
right? That's
yeah.
cool. Yeah, and then you
Maybe
got
I'll
me to
do
get an Instagram. So Ray taught me how to get an Instagram, so I got an Instagram
yeah.
account.
I know you were on there the other day or whatever. And I'm like, man, like what is going on? I was like, is a world? Well, I don't even know what I said. Like something like there's a world ending or something.
Yeah, it's all right. I'm just really learning the navigation part of it, and stuff
Yeah,
like kind of
yeah,
just. I know TikTok's coming to an end, so
yeah, yeah. I'm glad I didn't invest any time into that. Like,
yeah.
and
I
anymore at least.
I know I finally made it to the thousand. I made it over. I'm about 3,000 subscribers, and it doesn't matter anymore
Yeah,
because in January that's going to be gone in a way. And I never really used it for anything. I got 3,000 subscribers, but never really, you know,
yeah, yeah. You know what else I just heard? It's going away.
what's that?
Big Lots.
Yes, Big Lots is
Yep.
closing down. Yep.
Yes. So I don't know. It's up to you guys. If any of you resellers listening want to jump on that train and try to get some deals or whatever, some good flips. But I mean, that's a lot of stores are closed. I don't know exactly how many, but I know there's quite a bit even around here,
Yeah, there's going to be a lot.
Baltimore area. Yeah,
Yep. I mean, it's going to be hard to keep because if they're buying in a bulk type atmosphere, they're to deliver that stuff only to one store or two stores in the area
Mm-hmm.
is going to be very difficult because it's not sometimes not even worth the.
They honestly, they might not even be too pressed about even marking stuff down. There's a lot of companies out there that aren't too pressed about trying to get rid of everything to the general public anymore, because there's other companies like now Ollie's competes with Big Lots, but oddly enough, like a couple of weeks ago or so, I went to when I went to Ollie's, I had a table cover that I bought, and I got home and I seen on the thing it said Big Lots. It was a Big Lots branded table cover at Ollie's. So don't be surprised if they're not going to mark that stuff down to that 70 or 80, 90% off, because they're hoping that Ollie's or another company that's similar to them is going to come in and buy them out.
Sure, they're going to do a bulk buyout. Why
Yep.
sell it to the public?
Yeah.
You could just sell it all at one time.
Yep. They
Or
can be done
waste.
with it. They don't have
Yeah.
to pay the workers to
Yep.
be there anymore, or at least they can get a move on with it and just be done.
And move it fast. I mean, get it out of
Yeah.
done and gone, because
Yep.
the longer you hold on to it, the more of
Oh yeah.
they cost you.
Remember, was it last episode I talked about how I seen Amazon stuff at Gabe's? I was at Burlington Coat Factory today, and I seen another Amazon Essentials like jacket type thing. I'm like, what is going on?
That's amazing too. Like, I mean, there's so
Yep.
much stuff there that you have to get rid of it somehow,
Yeah.
because you just have to. Especially Amazon. Dude, they got football fields daily, just filled with nothing but merchandise. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
warehouses that that
Yep.
could intake that much, and just they have to get rid of it. It's got to go.
Yeah.
We're the biggest country in the world that just keeps taking.
Mm-hmm.
We're consumers of everything, and
Yeah.
that's where an issue comes in hand.
No, I
Yep.
I agree. I mean, there's a lot of products out there. It's just in general, and so I think I was on Instagram. Was it? I guess it was yesterday. Uh, I seen I don't know if you follow Sunny Las Vegas.
I know Sunny Las
Yeah.
Vegas. I
Um.
mean, YouTube. I do. I not on
Yeah.
Instagram. Yeah.
But he posted on something on Instagram. It basically was just a one of his complaints from some or whatever comments that somebody left on his post or somebody else's post or something. But I think it was probably his. But they said something about like leave the uh, thrift stores and yard sales to the poor and needy or something like that. Like go get a real job.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, at the end of the day, literally there is so much stuff out there, and not one single person is entitled to anything at the yard sales, anything at the thrift stores, and because there is literally so much out there anyway, it doesn't matter. There's so much out there that the likelihood that that person was going to buy that particular item at that exact time is 0% chance.
Yeah.
0% chance. Like there's no way, so some of these people just like to get jealous that other people got a good deal,
Mm-hmm.
or you know what I mean? Like the stuff's out there. If I want to find I'm sure I can find plenty of stuff. Like how many video games do you see that people just give out for free? And they go so quick that you don't hear about it. But there's plenty of stuff, and I'm not saying that I'm like I don't really search for free stuff. But there's a lot of people at the flea markets are literally taking free stuff on the curb and all, and then they're selling it at the flea market. A lot of vendors.
Flea market.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think, was that stuff meant to be for somebody like somebody poor and needy? Well, maybe those vendors at the flea market were poor and needy, and then they're going to transfer that to money. At the end of the day, look, I mean, we put the work in. We're keeping all this crap out of the landfill. Our job is to, we're satisfying customers, finding unique items that you can't buy at your regular store down the street or anything. We're providing a different type of service that you can't get And with all that being said, that helps us put food on the table for our families. To me, that's a real job.
Yeah.
So there's no reason for
No. Well,
for
you know, a lot of these people who say that for the poor and needy, I used to manage Goodwills. All right.
yeah.
My wife managed thrift stores. There's not many poor and needy that really run into the stores and are, you know, just buying this stuff up. They're
Yeah.
just, it's not. They're just
Hmm.
not. And sometimes in Goodwill, they used to have a program where people look for jobs. They would hand them like a 25-hour gift certificate. They can go into
Hmm.
the stores and spend that on stuff they're looking for jobs. And we may have had that happen 3 times in a year that
Yeah.
people would come in with a certificate to spend. But those people are not out there doing it.
Yeah.
These thrift stores do not donate. You donate to a thrift store. 90% of the thrift stores are a for-profit business.
Hmm.
They're businesses. You donate, that's whatever you want to do. But what
Yeah.
happens is these for-profit businesses use a nonprofit organization to collect donations for.
Hmm.
These people then take the donations that you've given them and they sell it to the store because the places need money, not donations.
Yep. Yeah. It's crazy because a lot of people give away this stuff thinking that it's going that item in particular, maybe that jacket that you've had in the closet that doesn't fit anymore, and you've spent $150 on it. Like, you know what? I'm gonna give this to somebody that really needs it. That couldn't afford one. That's not happening.
Not happening.
It's not.
Nope.
It's gonna go to Green Drop or one of these other places, and then it's gonna be sold at their store for $30.
Yeah, I mean, you've been tricked. What they usually do, they buy it by the pound. So
Yeah,
like Green Drop, they I think they collect donations for like a couple different
yeah,
businesses, and they'll take it and sell $100 for maybe,
hmm,
I don't know, 500 pounds or whatever it may
yeah,
be, and then they take the money and then they distribute it over to the
yeah,
people there pick it
yeah.
up for. But so you thinking that your jacket's you're better off handing that jacket out to somebody on the corner.
Even so, because I know I'm pretty sure again it was the last episode. I think I touched base on it about how there's so much stuff out there, and just all this stuff that's in these other countries, that all the clothing we're sending there,
Yeah.
you don't realize actually they're not using it all because there's way too much that they could ever even use.
Yep.
But they are literally picking through it just like we would as a reseller. They're
Yep.
picking through it looking for particular colors. I've seen videos when they're looking for particular colors that are popular, styles, stuff that they can literally sell at their street markets there.
Yeah. Well,
That's
because people have this thing. People have this thing, right? It's like give to Africa. So we've been made to think that since like 1980s that Africa's just this downtrodden country that everybody there is flies are all over them. They don't eat food. They can't do nothing, and everybody's so poor. What it is it's an opportunity for companies to to save money, load ships up, and just send that stuff over, get a tax deduction, and then get rid of all the stuff that don't call, so they don't have to pay so much money to do it.
yeah,
But yeah, there's so much stuff in Africa. Now I'm saying there's not poor people in Africa. I'm
yeah.
not saying
There's
that
poor people
because
out
they're everywhere. But Africa's not as much as you think it is.
there. Hmm.
That's why people load up containers, take the stuff to containers over, and sell it there
Yeah, all those
because they
big
make a
bales.
whole lot of money. Business
Yep.
is really booming in Africa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a different market. That's
Mm-hmm.
what it is. That's what it comes down to. I mean, in your market, some obviously stuff isn't going to get premium prices like it will over here.
Right.
So we kind of filter through it, and then it goes down to there. Like whatever we miss, or what we don't want. There's different premiums there than there are
Mm-hmm.
here. They'll probably
Yeah.
not get the premiums. They're not going to get the high end coach purses, probably, and that kind of stuff. Like,
But if it comes there, they get them. See,
yeah,
I've sold to people that did that, so I know a little bit about their
yeah,
business model. And trust me, right now it costs probably $5,000, close to $5,000 to fill up one and send it over to Africa.
hmm,
And they make a little bit of money off of those shoes, the bags they sell, and the toys. They do.
oh yeah,
Listen,
I'm sure,
it goes in their stores. They make a
I'm
good
sure.
killing. I have a lady we did a podcast with before.
Uh huh.
Um, she wound up moving, but she lives in Africa now. She comes back to visit, and I seen her right about a month and a half ago. She said, I moved to Africa, and one of the things I did, I had my business out there. I moved my business to Africa, doing like natural creams and incenses and
Hmm.
stuff. And she says her business is 10 times bigger in Africa than it is in the United States.
Yeah.
So,
Well, it's probably no competition in that type of market.
mhm.
Like that's what it comes down to. That's why I said you got to know your market. Like, I mean, you don't want to go. It always surprises me how many people at the flea market sell the same stuff. You
Yes,
know what I mean? You're competing against each other. Sometimes it's good, like maybe to have one other person selling the same stuff. But how many people you see like vendors like okay, there's one vendor that gets like a crazy amount of just one item. Like it say if it was a whole pallet of just one item, and then I see how many vendors weeks later, months later, even literally with the same product.
yeah.
They're all selling like they bought it off this one vendor to try to sell it. But why are you going to buy it? You that's another thing too. Like you, they literally had the same product.
They really have the same product. They buy. See, so what they? I guess I've watched a lot of people. Cause I study a lot of these people. They don't understand. Now it's okay to buy that product. That product is a fast moving product,
Yeah,
and you get it for a decent price. You know he's going to be sold out of it, and then you can go ahead and take the rest of the thing. But a lot of these times, these people don't do it. They just
yeah.
buy it. They're just selling the
Well,
same product.
like there's the one guy that's had I swear he's had bike seats for like a year, and he must have had like so many or something because there's no
Mm-hmm.
way. And then he sold some to other vendors, so other vendors have them too by the case. And I'm saying there's like a ton of them in each case. There's probably like 50 of them or something at least. Like
That's crazy.
in each case, how many people in our area need a bike seat?
Bike seat. That's the thing. You're only reaching. You reach the same amount of people every week.
Yeah,
I mean, listen. Every now and then, there's different people that come or whatever, but you're reaching the same people. The people that you're selling to are the same people every week.
yeah,
Once they buy those bike seats, that's it.
yep,
Unless they're the greatest bike seat ever and they're running out, that's the way they'll
yep.
buy more.
That's
But other
why. That's why. The flea market, especially in a flea market, always needs new. Like when you sell there, you need to bring new and different inventory every single week.
yeah,
If you're bringing the same thing,
mm-hmm.
it kind of it just dries up very quickly.
Yep,
People want to see like it keeps people coming back and checking you out every single week if you can bring something different to the table. And I think that kind of goes a little bit with even our stores on eBay. We want to be listing new products all the time to keep it flowing and keep people coming back. Because I know I have seen a pretty fair bit of repeat buyers. I think this year alone. Um, and now I know that eBay now highlights that, but I used to still in my mind like, okay, oh, I've sold to this guy this many times, or he's bought because when you're selling um, specific
specific. Yeah.
items and certain things, like for instance, there was a guy in Delaware I was selling a lot of Baltimore Blast soccer programs to. I mean, throughout all like last year or in the year before, for like 2 years straight, he was buying a lot of Baltimore Blast stuff. So I know in my mind, okay, all the time he's buying that.
Mm-hmm.
The amount of repeat buyers really, and if you can keep them coming back, like really helps steady your business. Like that's what matters. You think your business is going to be successful solely off of just people who purchase off you once in their lifetime.
Right.
You know, you have to. I think that's a big thing, and I really like how eBay has kind of incorporated that a little more, so we understand it. Okay, this buyer is a repeat customer. You know what? There was an issue. Maybe I'll take care of him this time. Like even you really learn to take care and be even more friendly to. Not saying you should be friendly and treat every customer the same, but when they're a repeat customer and they're in there all the time or shopping with you all the time, there's just a specific special feeling you have for that customer because they've really supported you. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah. I I I I really I really like the repeat customers. I mean, it does something for your business,
Yeah,
because you already know they're coming back.
yeah.
Like that,
They're probably telling their buddies about
yeah,
your business and stuff too. So
I have there was some points, some weeks in this year there where 50% of my sales each week were coming from repeat buyers.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's
and
good.
that's a lot. Listen,
Yeah,
that's I remember,
yeah.
but that it wasn't always like that. And it's kind of like because you sell specific things like video games. Like
Mm-hmm.
that's my
Yes.
category of the year this year is video games. You know,
Yes.
but I've probably sold the most out of, and they just keep coming back because I have
Mm-hmm.
great prices on them. My game when you buy my games, they always work, and they're clean.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I test most. You know, if I think there's a trouble with, I'm going to test everything, make sure
Yeah.
it works. But and I give them fantastic service. My stuff's packaged correctly, and I ship it out very quick. So they just keep coming back and buying from me. So
Yeah. Exactly. I mean, is if you put like if like our goal is to exceed our customers' expectations. If you can go out and provide that, to every customer, then there's no doubt in my mind that there's a chance that they're gonna come back. Now, one thing I do like on Macari when I sell on Macari, that when somebody buys something, they automatically basically follow you. So they'll repeatedly get notifications from you all the time. So when I sell something to them, if I list another item that's similar at like a week or two later, they're probably going to see the notification, or they could see a
yeah,
notification. On eBay, it's not so much like that. They have to specifically go in and follow you. Um, and I talked about this before. I don't even know how I got so many followers on eBay. I really
yeah. How
don't.
many you have now?
Oh my gosh,
I
no,
know it's
it's
like yeah, because I know we were
we talked
yeah
about. It's still. I mean, for eBay, I feel like it's a lot. I have 286,
286. Yeah, I'm trying. Let's see.
and I know we just talked about that. I
I
think,
know we just talked about it. Like
but and I don't think it even really went up from then.
233.
Yeah, and I don't know how, because if we're not if I'm not asking them to follow me, so that means I'm just must be doing something right. I must be putting out product that people want sometimes.
Yeah, because
You know?
you touch in them that sports category with
Yes.
little certain things that you really don't find. You got the autograph balls. You've
Yeah.
got like you said the blast programs
Mm-hmm.
or you the Canadian Football League stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know, which is it's stuff that you just not can't
Yeah.
find laying
Yeah.
around.
Yep.
Right.
Exactly. And I think that's any if you have any kind of niche part of your business, like of your eBay reselling business, is good. I mean, I everybody starts somewhere anyway, something they like to sell or something they know a little more about. And if you keep that within in your reselling business, it's okay to expand. But I think if you keep that, then that's probably how I got my followers, because I kept, especially not just necessarily sports memorabilia, but it's niched down even more to, because the area we live in, it's more Baltimore related sports memorabilia.
Yeah.
So I have a lot of local buyers, or that kind of stuff all the time. Honestly, I probably have maybe maybe out of all my sales each week, I probably have two or three sales that are local,
Mm.
like in somebody in Maryland or DC or Virginia. I'm
Yeah.
saying pretty close, and it's especially when it's most of the time when I'm selling Orioles or Ravens, obviously it's can be local.
Well, you know what I do? I have a lot of local stuff every week too.
Yeah,
Yeah, Virginia, close
yeah.
Washington D.C.
Well, some of that has to. Some of that depends on, like, they'll look at shipping prices, or when how soon it could get there too. So that
Yeah.
does help. That's one reason you will have local sales, but
Yeah.
so,
Delaware was always
yeah.
good. Yeah, I mean, yeah, people around you, I guess, they see your product is like, wow, you can get
Hmm.
it shipped out pretty quick. Then, yeah, to go for it
Oh
instead
yeah.
of
Well, I just
California. How many days you got to wait for that?
sold a video game.
You sold a video game?
Yes, I not for much. I sold Call of Duty Black Ops 4 Xbox One for $7.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm still working through those video games a little bit. I mean,
that's right.
I didn't get all of them listed, but I still have a little bit left in the one tote. But what I did do, remember, before the toy show, Well, I know. Well, for the toy show, I took all those MLB chips, right?
Yeah.
And before the toy show, I took out all the ones that I thought could be valuable because it was like ones that had different color borders. So Tops, for you guys listening, Tops made these MLB like baseball like chips. They look like poker chips, um, and they have just a player's picture on there on the front, and like just almost like if it was a poker chip and a baseball card was combined, obviously. Um, but I took anyone out of this big tote. I mean, this decent sized tote that I had or little bin. Um, I took everyone out that had like a different color to it, or like the border was different color. I think there's a white. White is basic, but if it was like red, blue, black, gold, I didn't see many gold at all. I think there's silver ones. I only had one gold actually, but and then sometimes the image on it could be like a foil image instead of a basic image. So there's so many different things. Some were magnetic and some aren't. There's so many different things with these chips. And I had some I'm waiting for them to pay, so but I had somebody that came in and bought 17 of them today
Wow.
for $166.
Nice.
So I'm just waiting for him to pay. I had to send him an invoice, so hopefully, he'll go through, pay for that, and that's all my. I only paid $5 for this bin,
Wow.
$5, and I still have all the base ones. So all the white border ones, I
Yeah.
still have all of them. I haven't touched them. I
You ever
listed
think
all
about
the.
just listing them too?
Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna list them. I think I might just list them as a lot and just be done with it.
Yeah.
And you know me, I hate lots, but I'm actually thinking of.
Right. Right.
They would be good to bring to it if I want to eventually do like a sports card show.
Yeah.
They would be awesome to sell there for like $1 a piece.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think they're only going to go for like most of them are only going to go for a couple bucks on eBay, and I don't really want to. I could just sell them for $1 a piece, and
You make more money off the back end, if you just
yeah,
had it set up like a,
yeah, that's
especially
what I'm
to a
thinking.
card show.
Yeah,
Yeah, because I'd like to do a card show too. I mean, like that'd
yeah.
be.
Well, maybe
Yeah.
that's something we can do in 2025.
Yeah. So what, like, so what was your top selling category?
Um, Probably sports memorabilia, like
Sports.
always.
Yeah.
That's usually what it is. That's my guess. I don't know.
Yeah. That would,
That
yeah,
or
well,
two.
like, video games would be my guess too. But that's kind of what we niche. That's what you like. You like the sports
Yeah,
memorabilia stuff. I like the video games, and that's what it seems to to go around. So so I know this being the New Year's special, boom. We always talk about resolutions. What what business resolutions you got for your business? What are you looking at changing? What are you looking at adding? What are you looking at stopping? What kind of different mindset you want to have? You know,
I mean, it starts and ends with his darn death pile, and I think we both know that. We both know that. Like it had. We have to like we both have this issue. Um, it's this death pile. It it's something that I have to like tackle straight on. I'm trying to get some like I have all this stuff up in the one room where I keep all the unlisted inventory, but I have not even grabbed a single thing from there since I've cleaned this house. I I had probably about let's see one two three four maybe six totes of unlisted inventory downstairs in the basement the whole time,
hmm
and I have maybe gone through one, like totally emptied one, maybe. I think if I condense stuff, I can say I emptied one because it's pretty bad. It's not. It's not what. And I'm saying this was Thanksgiving. You know,
into
it's
dude, it's work, man.
well,
It's
yeah.
work. Well,
And
then it's you know.
so another thing is, I just got to stop taking easy way out of things.
Mhm.
Again, I was getting into listing cards this week just because it was easy. If I can find I don't think there is a better way for me to sell cards unless I sit there and I have to buy a scanner and that's the and was it at Service Car Dealer Pro? If I give that a try, but it's so much money between the cost of the scanner and the cost of and then going into service. I'm jumping all in, and then I feel like I can't go back.
Yeah, you can't go back.
So that's why I haven't done it yet. And I keep, like, I'll list 20 cards here. I'll take pictures of 20 cards and just list them, whatever. And that'll might be my listings, not maybe for the day or something sometimes. And I need to get out of doing that because that's the easy way out. Now there are some good cards in there sometimes, but majority of them are like basically about around $2 worth.
Hmm.
That's I'm not making money on that.
No, it's just to have to have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so that's I think changing that, uh, just buying smarter when I finally do start buying again. Uh, I don't know. Because it's probably gonna be a while till I start buying again. I feel like I want to buy. I'm like I'm
Hmm.
dying inside because I need. I don't need to, but it's just the fun part of the. It's the fun side of the business,
It is.
and it's
It,
been
it is.
stripped out
It
now.
is. It is the fun side of it.
Yeah, but I mean, if I just focus on listing maybe the higher end stuff, maybe I'll start doing it. I'm afraid if I start listing the higher end stuff that are in these totes and these bins, that I'm gonna be stuck with all the crap that I don't want to list. So I'm trying to watch. That's why I'm trying to just go through tote by tote a little bit and pulling stuff out and I mean, there's always going to be the bottom of the barrel crap that I like. Why the
Yeah.
heck did I buy this? And I think every
Yeah.
reseller probably has that. It's the bottom of the barrel junk that you're at the crap end of the deal because every deal is not perfect.
No,
If you buy a collection, there's going to be crap like I didn't even want this, but I had to take it because
it's
the way
part.
I'm
It
going
was
to get the
part
deal.
of the. It went
Yeah,
with the deal, right? It's
yeah,
like I um. I feel the same way with taking all the great stuff out of the bins and selling that off, and I'm stuck with the rest of the stuff that I have to list and don't feel like doing it.
yeah, yeah.
But yeah, how about
So, well, hold on. You got to answer your own question.
all
You try and get out of
right.
this.
Yeah, no.
Put the pressure on me, and then you don't have a New Year's resolution, Jay. You're good.
I do. I have some. I tell you what I normally do. I sit down. Last year I didn't do it though, but every year I sit down with a paper and I write resolution things I want to do or need to do to get done personally, or most of it's always personal. With which I don't mind sharing.
Hmm.
And usually I try to make a big list. And but business wise is when you talk about buying, I'm gonna try to buy a little bit smarter. I'm not gonna buy as much. I'm just only gonna buy the cream. If I'm gonna do it, I'll buy the cream. And I'm gonna have to and I'm gonna list that as soon as possible because I have to get to the death pile. I have to get that done and over with. I have to and I think I might start with the stuff in a storage locker
Hmm.
maybe because I keep paying this money for the storage and the
Yeah,
stuff is just sitting there. By the time all the money I paid to keep it, it's done lost its value. But I have nowhere to put it in my house.
yeah.
That's the problem. So it's keeping that's one storage unit for my stuff is good in a way because I don't want it all in my house.
So let me ask you: how many items do you list a day?
Sometimes none.
Okay, how many items would you like to list a day? What do you think is fair?
What I think of fair and what I can do. Um, 10 to 20 items a day,
Okay,
I think is fair.
look,
But if I don't have anything to do, like this whole week, even in the last week, I've
yes,
been messing with loads of stuff. Like today, I had to make room into the the storage and load my truck back up from this whole week. I got nothing but Thanksgiving items, and it's just been a load on me.
how about I have an idea.
Hmm.
Let's hold each other accountable. All right. First thing when you get up in the morning, Send me a picture of all 10 items that you intend to list that day. All right. And I'll do the same for you. And at the end of the day, or the very next morning, at least, we go in each other's eBay and look. Okay,
And
can you
check and make
list
sure
this?
it's up there.
I'm like, come on now. We can hold each other accountable. Because I think 10 is reasonable. We can even start small. If you want to do 5, all right, here's my 5 of the day. If you don't get that up, you know what I mean? Like,
We'll do 10. Let's do 10.
all right,
We'll start on January the 2nd.
okay, all right.
Let's do January the 2nd. We'll start then. Yeah, and I think that
Because
would kind of help.
that way, like, hey, because then we can go on there and see, like, and check each other too. It's pretty easy. Just go on
Yeah.
each other's eBay and just look. Well, actually, I don't know for how much I end in relist. It might be a
Yeah,
little
like
better. I'll send you proof pics.
yeah, just there's proof of the pics.
I'll just, like, as I list them, I'll screenshot this.
Now I'm like, if I don't do it, I really would. I ain't gonna lie. I'm like, yeah, I didn't do it. I feel.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. You need somebody to check you. I
I
mean,
know.
look, I know for sure when I worked for somebody that I performed really great when somebody was watching over me. You do. It's
You
just
do right. It's like,
because you don't want them like, man, I'm not doing my job right or anything like that.
mhm.
So we're kind of, let's establish that a little bit for both of us
Yeah,
to where, you know, like, it's that kind of like that guilt, like, man, I didn't keep up on my end of the deal. You know what I mean? Like that.
yeah, right.
Not to,
And then it turns into shame. Like, man, I
yeah,
feel wow. How
but
bad of an
but
eBay seller
but
am I?
if we both succeed, then I think it only goes up from there. Like, it's great. Like,
Yep,
we're gonna put ourselves in better position.
you're right.
You know.
You're right.
Yep.
We will only put ourselves in better position with.
Yep.
And and let's see. So I got that down. Um, my next thing is it's my listing goals. It's making my office downstairs a little bit more. We got puppy on there.
Yeah. Yep. 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 The dog came over here to join us. You gonna stay up here or what? You can sit.
Yeah,
So,
you're the mascot now.
oh, she's gone now.
Let's see. I need to get my tow package on my truck. I'm gonna buy a trailer
Mm-hmm.
so I can move stuff around, a lot better. Um, so I'm gonna just buy the cream of the crop stuff and go
Yeah.
and start selling that. My wife, she wound up getting another job. She starts January 6th.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah,
Awesome.
she's what is she, a depot administrator for an ice cream company.
Okay.
What is it? Mini Melts
Okay.
ice cream company. And
Good
so
though.
she's off on the weekends.
Ah,
So
yeah. I know that's what you wanted.
yeah, she's going to start setting up at the flea market doing some. So I'm looking for a product that we could sell pretty fast, and I think we're going to start buying into like toilet paper, paper towels,
Mm-hmm.
dishwashing detergent, stuff
Yep.
like that, to turn a
Okay.
profit.
Yep.
Yeah, and maybe
That's
work with some of the people that do um, coupon clipping.
yeah.
And I mean that stuff's going to sell through, so I don't have to
Oh
worry
yeah.
about taking it back every
You
week.
you know how many times that, because I go to the flea market sometimes and just buy I used, for a while, I was buying my paper towels there, um, like once a month or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
and I would buy them there, and they sometimes, if I didn't get them quick enough, they'd be gone.
Yeah, we going.
I mean, but to me, I prefer to walk around and try to find the deals and stuff I can make money on.
Mm-hmm.
But if they were, it wouldn't be too much cheaper than what it was in a store, but it'd still be cheaper. And it was convenient because I didn't have to drive anywhere else. So that's why
Right.
I was picking it up there.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's a one-stop shop. I don't have to stop in a grocery store now and maybe accidentally spend even more money I didn't want to spend.
That's exactly what it made me. And you're already there in that one spot. So I mean, that's going to make give us some money in the other end.
Yeah.
Um, hopefully by February, I won't have to be picking up as many loads as I've been doing,
Hmm.
spending so much of my time, so I can get dedicated a little bit more time
Yeah.
towards eBay business. But starting this week, I have somebody this Saturday working with me,
Hmm.
and I'm going to train him so I don't have to be at the flea market all the
Yeah.
time.
Yeah. I
I
remember
can
you
work
saying that. That's good.
Saturdays and Sundays, and I can kind of get a little bit of money off of Sunday's money, and then when my brother gets back doing what he's doing, we're going
Yeah.
to start moving a little bit more product, a lot more faster. I
Hmm.
need to get over my storage spot a little bit more cleaned up and cleaned out, and then be able to maybe start Whatnot or something. Maybe start
Yeah.
doing some online
Yeah.
sales.
There's plenty of options.
Oh, there's plenty of options.
There's that. Because you can go live on there. You can go live on Poshmark. You can do the like the wholesale pages like I talked about.
Hmm.
You just got to find them on Facebook. So there's plenty of ways. Maybe even get on Dibdit,
Yeah, did it.
Shop Commons
Yeah.
or something. Who knows? There's plenty of ways. I mean, it could even be something as simple that instead of that, you take a day and just post up on Facebook Marketplace or something like that.
Yeah, and I think that's what I'm going to start using Facebook Marketing for a lot because we've gotten a lot of bigger stuff, more furniture wise,
Yeah,
and stuff is a little bit more expensive. So I want to. I'd like to start utilizing all the ways to make money, and start letting my money work for me instead of me working so much for my money.
yeah,
But even though I'm going to put a little, I'm going to put effort into it, but I'm going to let it do in all different types of areas so I can have
yeah,
more streams of income. And I'd like to learn a little bit more things so I can start making thumbnails for this YouTube, and
hmm,
so we can. And one of my thoughts is, I don't know, we never really sat and talked about too much, what we're going to do in the future of the channel. But I think moving forward, I guess maybe doing a little bit more quality, maybe seeing if we could just get this thing without having a watermark on it, and so
yeah,
we can record a little bit more
yeah. I mean,
streams.
there's a lot of things we've talked about, and we know, for us to keep this moving forward and for it to have any chances at more success, that there's things we each have to do,
Mm-hmm.
or just options that we have, like. So I know we're gonna figure it out. Look, guys, we're the slowest moving podcast. We should have been the turtle resellers or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Teenage Mutant
But no, that's all right. What it did is shows that we can
turtle reseller.
at least we're here every week.
Yeah,
We've only missed like one, but we did one earlier in the
I
week, and
think
then
we missed 2 weeks, but
yeah. Well, I mean, not total 2 weeks. I think because we did one earlier in the week, and then we never
maybe.
came back that Friday, and we
Yeah,
wound up going into the next week. So it was like, well, yeah, it would be a total week, but
yeah,
it was the time changes and differences of
yeah,
what we, and then it was either or. We've I think we've still been kind of like on point at
yeah.
least.
I
Yeah.
mean, there's a lot of things like we have to do. We know how to be more consistent in a lot of things, and I think once we get there and just figure out, sometimes it's just gonna be figuring out, getting a habit of doing it.
Yeah.
Um, so
Yeah.
building that, like we have so many habits that we do with our reselling business, but we don't do. We haven't established any actual like habits besides pretty much doing this podcast on Fridays.
Yeah, that's it.
On Fridays, that that's the only habit we have.
Now we also need to put it maybe in some more streaming platforms.
Yeah,
Like, so people are riding down the road in their
we'll
car.
see, because a lot of people after TikTok, they might be coming back to YouTube now, and
Yeah.
so we'll see. It's going to be interesting, but so since geez, we're almost an hour in already.
Yeah, we are.
Remember, because we do have trivia this week, but I want to do another game also. So we're gonna do this game called Sail or Sink. All right,
Sailor Sink.
all right. So I just have a list of topics, like reselling topics, and I'll let you go first for each one since I'm gonna say it, and then after you say what if you think it should sail or sink, or if you sail or sink with it, whatever. I'll give my opinion. So,
Okay.
all right. Oh, jeez.
Whoa! Oh! Whoa! Man, chinga 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 chinga.
Yeah, the guy paid.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yep,
Did I get 17 of them? Ching 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 ching.
I know that was 17 cha-chings at once. Wow. Sorry for the. We couldn't even get the game kicked off. Yep. All right. Cool. I'll take it.
That's worth it. That's
Yep.
right.
All right. Well, I definitely sail with the cha-chings.
Ching. I sail with that too. That's
All right. Promoted listings, sail or sink.
sink.
Sink. I agree. There's no reason,
There's
for
not.
me at least, to
No.
do it. I'm not giving eBay more money than I already am.
Well, I ain't
Just
gonna lie to you. I've tried it. I've
yeah,
tried it one time for a certain amount of products, and it never did anything.
yeah. It. I think it depends on what it is, and if you need to do it, then most of your products are probably in categories in a
Yeah.
category that's already so you already have so much competition. That's why
Yep.
you need to do it.
Yep.
You know. Big Lots closing all stores, sail or sink.
Sail.
Really?
Let it go. I'm happy that they're not around any longer. One, I think they were high, a little too high on their prices.
Yeah.
Number two, I also sell at the flea market, and I sell goods that are, you know, from clearance, and less competition for me means I'm going to make a little bit more money in that area.
I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go with against you, and I'm gonna say sink only because yes, they literally are sinking themselves.
Hmm.
Um, they're done. They're the Titanic. They're gone. Um, and I know there might be some great deals that a lot of resellers are going to be tempted to go there and get, and that's. But I think if you look at the majority of the products that a lot of them sell, then for a while you're only going to be competing against each other because it's all the same items and that kind
Yep,
of stuff. If you're going there to buy stuff to sell, I do not think it's going to be a fantastic idea because you're
I
only
agree.
competing against each other. So
Yep.
that's the main reason why I say sink because I'm not falling into that trap.
Well, we kind of agreed, but we agreed in a little
Yeah,
bit different manners. So
yeah,
yeah, I mean, I would say sink too, as long as you're going. Yeah, I I only said sail. I was like, I'm just
yeah,
glad they're gone.
yeah. You're more like float.
Yeah, I'm more like just float. I might
Yeah,
sink. Yeah, I'm just.
float. Maybe you'll wash up on the shore.
Yeah.
You never know. Big Lots might wash back up on the shore. Somebody might
They
buy
might, and
them,
then fail
come
again.
back.
Like Kmart.
Yep. No, I mean like come back like Toys R Us did.
Oh.
All right. Hashtags.
Oh. Hashtags. Sink.
Think
I sink.
I don't use them very often. I do sometimes on Instagram. I don't think it helps. Maybe it helps me a little bit, but as far as me doing on Depop or a lot of listings and like
Hmm.
Poshmark and Depop, I never do it, and I don't know if that's really going to make a difference. And I don't have time to keep up with all these trending, let alone trending items I'm trying to buy and sell, but the trending, off the wall hashtags
Yeah.
go along with it.
Well, not only that is there's so many people using those hashtags
Yeah,
anyway that when you're in some kind of algorithm, it's you're fighting everybody else because they can
yeah,
only show so
yeah,
many. You
yeah.
know.
Like vintage is the most overused word, and I know I use it all the
Yeah.
time, but it if you're hashtagging vintage, I don't think it really necessarily helps. I think
No.
it's just going to help that person find it. Like you're putting yourself more in a vintage category, but I don't think just because. it might help a little bit, but if everybody's using it, I see people use vintage because they don't, and they don't. It's not even a vintage item. They just don't understand.
Yeah, they just don't
They
understand
don't
it.
understand what vintage
Right.
actually is.
Mhm.
Like, and so just keep that in your grandma core to yourself.
Yeah, that's it.
Your grand, I hate that one, grandma core. Something, it's always something core. All right, 1 day handling.
Oh man, it,
Nope.
sale. I mean,
Sink,
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 sink.
sink.
Yep, I agree. I don't have time to sit there and shift something out that somebody bought while I was sleeping. It accounted for yesterday, and then because
Yeah,
we're on the East Coast,
and then you
Coast,
got to
and
get it
then
out.
yeah, that morning pretty much I'm like, nope,
No,
there should be an extra day in between.
nope, yep.
I went to bed and it was at midnight, and just because someone on the West Coast bought something at 12:30 my time,
Mhm.
nope.
No, nope.
All right, eBay branded shipping supplies.
You know, I get a $50 coupon to which I haven't used it yet. I just
Well,
talked about
so right now it's a sink. Free
sink.
sink. You need
It's
look,
too expensive.
yeah, but they give you the money anyway. I know it's too expensive. I don't buy it on it like when I don't have the coupon,
Right.
but it. I
Neither
mean,
do I.
the thing is, they incorporated that cost into our, our store like that we
Yeah.
pay for our subscription. So for that reason, I mean, I don't agree with it. So I'm gonna still say sync, even though I do. I mean, I still make sure I use the coupon,
Yeah.
even though you don't.
I have to make sure I use it.
I'll remind you.
I usually get my wife to do it because I just like and she's
Yeah,
now you know what I'm gonna blame her. She's been like
don't blame her. Jeez. All right.
she's been taking her time getting my stuff. And
Oh my gosh.
she's
All
sitting
right.
right on the couch, dude. She's had off today.
So you're bad talking to her, right? When she's right there. Jeez. Come on, Jay. All right. Sink or sale mystery boxes.
Oh, sink.
I agree because it's probably junk.
Right. Mystery box means stuff that I don't want or couldn't sell.
Yeah, or I don't
That's
feel
what
like
that means.
dealing with.
I don't feel like dealing with.
Yep. All right. Sink. I keep saying sink or sale, or was it sale or? I don't even know. Now I'm mixed up with
It
the
don't matter.
sale or sink. Goodwill.
Oh no, sink. No, I can't get with Goodwill. Nope.
Can't totally because I, I'm gonna go with sale just because I still pick up a few things there, and I don't go often, but every year I probably pick up a few things at least because
You,
I only go maybe a few times a year. So
you know, I mean, if you think of it that way, I mean, I'm sure I can find something, but I know too much about Goodwill, and
yeah,
Goodwill is not a great company.
yeah.
They're just not a
Well,
great company.
that's overall that's what they are. That's a They're a company, and that's why they're
Yeah, well, they're
they're
under
not
the guise that they're a nonprofit organization.
exactly.
You know why? Because they do give 10%. Don't get me wrong, they do get 10%. They give it to the mother store. And they
Mhm.
might be in Washington or Oregon or something.
Yeah,
10% of that profit goes there to be able to keep that name. Those man, they get trust me, they're CEOs for every little place. They're making $400,000, $500,000 a year. They
yeah,
take all the good stuff and I understand they're trying to make a business, and then they go under the guise that um, they get $1 million grants from the government because we're creating jobs. Yeah,
mhm.
you created a job, all right. You created another store, and you're paying using the program money to pay the people to
Yep,
work in the store, and you're keeping the profits.
yep.
So that's why I say fail.
No, I get it.
Sink. It's sink.
All
Yeah.
right, sink or sail or what? What is, actually keep mixing up? Sail or sink? Sail or sink? Yard sales.
Oh, sale.
Sail. Yep,
Yeah.
and that's an easy one.
Oh yeah. I love.
Yep. Unless you
I
had
love.
a yard sale and it just completely sucked.
Yeah,
You had a yard sale yourself, nobody came.
dude. I love like I never really got. I haven't that many chances to go out last year. That one time you and I went out.
Hmm.
That was
That's like one of your only times out.
one of the only times out, and I enjoyed that. I mean, I
Yeah,
really
that
had a
was
good time.
fun. I know
Yeah,
because you went out to that one that was further out, and you met it with me, and
yep,
then went around to a few because
a couple.
we both hit two different community yard sales. Well, and then you came down to the one I was at because there was way more there.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
there-
even got there late and you still found
yeah.
stuff.
I still found stuff.
Even houses I hit.
Yep,
That's the thing. Yeah, everybody's buying different stuff. Stuff gets brought out later. It doesn't always pay off to be early.
yep. It doesn't always pay off to be well.
Some
I've always been great at if I was early. I've always got I feel like the better stuff. Maybe I
yeah,
don't know, but there's always been stuff people brought out later on.
yeah,
Yeah.
yep, oh yeah, yep. No, I agree. All right, another easy one. Flea markets
Oh yeah, yeah. Sale.
sale.
That's
You're a double sale because you sell there and you like to buy there.
and I like to buy there. I
Yep,
love it.
yep. I as a as a buyer, I would say sale. As a seller, I guess just for what I just haven't had the past three times I've tried to set up flea market, I just do not have the success. And I don't know, maybe it's just what I sell, or I don't know. It's just not very good for me selling like that. I probably actually do better at my yard sales.
Mm,
Um,
yeah.
but um, as a seller, it would definitely be sync for me. I mean,
Yeah.
it. If I had the kind of product you had, I think you know what I mean. I think that's the difference. Like if you the way you sell is very good
Mm-hmm.
for there, but yeah. All right. Uh, drop shipping.
Sink.
Think I don't like it. A lot of platforms don't like it. It's frowned
Mm-hmm.
upon. I mean, it's
It's not
kind of
good for the customer.
yeah. Yep. I mean, it's yeah. The only person that's benefiting is you, and I don't like putting my business in the hands of somebody else that I have no clue who it is because that's what you're
That's
doing with
right.
a ship.
That's what you're doing.
Like you might have a picture of a mint perfect item. Theirs might have like the box might be all beat up or something like that, and you can't tell sometimes, or
Mm-hmm.
like it might have gotten destroyed, or the way they're going to pack it, you got to make sure they might pack it with like no bubble wrap or
Yeah.
something. You know?
Well, even drop shipping from, you use one of these source businesses. Say if they
Yeah,
had, paper cutters and you're selling paper cutters, and yeah, they're boxing them up in Canada and sending them over to
yeah,
your
yep,
individual. But still, what is going to take 2-3 weeks? Because they're trying to ship it out as cheap as possible, and you're charging the customer, shipping on the product, and it takes 3 weeks to get it. So
yeah,
yeah, I think it's terrible. I think it's a sink.
yeah. No, I agree. All right, free returns. A lot of sinks, isn't it?
Sink.
It's
It's
sink.
sink. Free return to sink.
Yeah, it's just something that costs you money.
Yeah.
That's all it is. Free shipping.
Sink. I
Sink.
don't ship anything free
Nah.
shipping.
The only time I do free shipping is I do it on Macari because if something, I'm afraid that Macari's not going to cover me if it's some high end price item I have, right? Say if it's like even like a $300 item, and I want to add both, maybe because sometimes I buy insurance on my own pocket if it's an expensive item.
Mm-hmm.
Um, like if it was on eBay, I'll buy insurance for it. So if it's a $300 item or even more, I'm going to do free shipping and add the shipping costs and the
Product.
yeah the price of well, the shipping costs and insurance or whatever added to the
Mhm.
price of the product. Sorry, I was getting distracted. I had a text.
You're all right.
All right, and cross posting.
Mm, it's a hard one because I do want to start doing that.
Yeah.
And I
Well, I mean, what's your thoughts on it? Like, what right now? Like, what comes to mind? Do you think it's a good idea or a bad idea?
I think it possibly could be a bad idea for the person. So I'm gonna say
Really,
single. Yeah. Me
really?
as a
Okay.
person, I think it's a bad idea.
Why is that? I want to hear that.
Because because I'm not gonna I don't know if I'm gonna be able to keep up with it. That's the thing.
Yeah. Believe me, I'm struggling right now. I'm struggling. I've double sold quite a few items recently, and I'm afraid if I sell a little bit more and that I don't have any more on Macari, like double sales some items on Macari, just a little bit more that they might ban me.
And then you hear the gurus talk and says they say, if you're selling on eBay, which is the greatest next to Amazon, which is
Yeah.
the greatest secondary platform you could actually sell on, why wouldn't you put all your all into it? And how much really sales are you
Yeah.
making from everything else? What does it? How many sales? So
Yeah.
percentage wise, yearly or weekly, how much? What's the percentage of sales you make to eBay? Does it make up 20% of your sales?
Well, okay. I'm thinking. I don't know. Let me think if I can figure out the percentage. If it's yeah, I would say about 20% is what I sell on other platforms.
Then I think it's really worth it. 20% is worth it to
So
me. Have a 20% higher income.
so now, I've talked about it before, and I think it's because kind of hidden on Macari, and a lot of people did not know. I feel like I'm one of the early ones that even reported it, and nobody even said a word. But now Macari has opened it up and are actually talking about it, advertising on their app and all. But the whole cross listing thing that they have, I heard about this months ago. It's like buried in their app or whatever. Like I've seen like things about it and trying it out. Like they had a beta version, but it wasn't. Maybe it wasn't available to everybody, but I was able to see it. So maybe I was even available to do the beta. I have no idea. But um, they just the other day I had seen a notification saying that you can do the cross listing. So I guess their advertising is open to everybody now, for
Yeah.
sure. In that sense, like I think everybody should give that a try because especially if you're only now it's a lot for me because I'm doing eBay, I'm doing Poshmark, I'm doing Macari and Depop. That's a lot. If I even
That
just
is a lot.
cut one off, I can probably help my business a little bit. That might be just too much for me sometimes. But if you're only doing one and it's free, no extra charge, to me that's a no brainer.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You don't have to put any. They're going to do all the work for you.
Are they gonna? Will they remove it once it
No,
sells?
that's the
That
downfall. No, but
that's the
you only
downfall.
have to remove it from one platform. I have to remove it from three.
I know,
Three.
I know, dude.
You know how
But
many
you
times
use
I'm
what do
like,
you
oh,
use?
I'm going to
List
remove
perfectly,
it.
don't you?
Yeah, but
Does
I do the other way, the backwards way, because I didn't upload everything to list perfectly and then cross post from there. I didn't start the listings on list perfect mainly because I was in so deep with Macari already
mm-hmm.
and other platforms, and then I'd have to basically start over, and I don't have probably for how many listings I have, it would take me months. I
Yep.
can't go back. But I don't know. I do need to reevaluate Poshmark and Macari and Depop a little bit, uh, and maybe just maybe if I delete everything on Macari and do the whole cross listing thing that they have because they'll just refresh everything and all and might have some success. But I don't know. There might just, I don't think it's gonna be easier to track. I have no idea, but maybe it's just be refreshed everything up there. Then every once in a while, just delete everything again and refresh it again. Who knows?
Yeah.
I have no idea. That might just be even more work because it's so there's a lot of listings from my understanding. It'll just like put a lot of listings that it can't completely cross post. It'll just create drafts for you, and then that sounds like a lot of work too. I don't want drafts on Macari that I have to worry about.
Mm-hmm.
How many drafts would even be in there? Like, I have a system, and I need to sometimes stick by my system. And plus, Macari is the way I mark down items. So I now
Mm.
it's difficult
Okay.
because they're so they had. I used to sort by the oldest, and I still do this. I have a trick, but I used to just sort by the oldest listings. Go in, delete the listing on Macari, go over to eBay, mark it down 10%, go back over, well, and then cross post it back over to Macari. And also in that meantime, if I had it on Poshmark, I lowered the price on Poshmark too. But um, now Macari has removed the sort by feature of oldest listings. It's not on there anymore. It's gone. Except that somehow on my laptop, I still had the tab open with that. And I noticed that I was having trouble. And me being me, I was like, you know what? I'm going to favorite this page. And so I have that. Somehow I have access to it. But if I refresh the page or go open up a new tab and try to do sort by oldest, it will not be there. It's only on that favorite. If I open up the favorites and all, and it's right there.
Yeah, don't get rid of it.
Yeah, I if I get rid of it, and I will never mark down anything again. Sorry, guys, you guys will never get deals. But
Yeah,
that's
no.
dude. I don't like doing the sales on eBay.
Mm.
I, it's just so much, and this way I can give mark it down on all platforms at the same time. Offer at least the same price, or if not very close to the same price. An idea because some stuff on Poshmark's a little higher, but
Right.
to try to offer this pretty much the same price all throughout like all platforms.
Yeah.
Because there's too many times where I've had people jump from platform to platform, and there has been times like where I wasn't doing that, and they were like, "Well, you had this for 20 here, and then but on eBay it's
Yeah,
15."
you got it for right.
I'm like, I'll give
Uh,
it to you for 15, but it just creates too much, and I want to try to have it as flat and even as possible because I mean I get it. I'm not here to try to price match my own crap.
yep.
The other platforms I want to made customer happy and have that ease of access. So the only thing that's different is like I said, Poshmark. I go up like a couple dollars on some items. Like if it's under 20, I have it $2 higher for the fees and
Yeah.
especially the extra fees and stuff that they have. And then shipping is going to be different sometimes from platform to platform. But other than that, you shop around. It gives you the opportunity to find the best deal on that particular item that I have.
That's cool.
So
It
yep,
is.
yep.
Good.
All right, so that was Sailor Sink. Um,
Sailor sank.
sink your sail or sink. I'm gonna get into some news. My news report. All right.
Ray's news
So I
report.
went to Google and and let's see, what did I find on Google? So one thing I did notice, this is like it's getting very difficult to find news on Google anymore for about
Really?
reselling because every time I post in there, it's all about crime. Like, oh, this person was reselling these tickets. It was a scam and blah blah blah. I'm like, crap. Am I a criminal?
Yeah. What?
Am I a criminal? But that was one thing I had to filter through all that junk.
That is crazy, man. Like
Yeah, there's a lot of it on
we
there.
just want great. We just want great news for reselling.
Yep. All right. Have you heard about the unreleased DS Lego game?
No.
No. All right.
Huh.
So there was a DS Lego game called Lego Castle.
Really?
Mm-hmm. And it sold for $950.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's it?
yeah,
So somebody had a copy of it.
yeah. It was like one of his production type copies. That's I think might be the only one.
Wow.
One of the only ones. I have no idea. I
I
don't know
feel
how many
like
production type
950
copies.
is a pretty good deal.
Yeah, yeah. Not well. I said 950.
Yeah, you said 950. That's what
Okay.
I said.
Yeah.
950. I think. Well,
You
nine.
think that's
Yeah,
good? Yeah.
I think it's a pretty good deal. Yeah.
Looked like it was only the cartridge only, and because it's they didn't come out with anything else. I think it was only the cartridge.
Hmm.
But yeah, very interesting. I don't know.
That
Um,
is interesting.
so I seen that. That was in one of the news stories somewhere. I searched, and I thought you would find that cool because how much you like video games. Now now since I've gotten to this, um, since I'm now reporting this, the listing has been taken down. But there was a New York City bagel shop called Absolute Bagels, and some seller on there on eBay had listed what they say were the last three bagels ever by that company.
Really?
Yep.
What?
And they had them listed for $50. But I don't know. It probably didn't sell. Somebody's like, you can't sell food on here like that.
Yeah, I mean, come on. You get last three.
But
How long have they been closed down for?
but it goes to there's opportunities like if you can have the only one or something like people were taking the water from Splash Mountain and stuff. I mean,
Yes.
it sounds stupid, but it might be an extra little bit of money. Now
Yeah.
don't take like this bottle of water and be like, oh, this is from Splash Mountain. Well, guess what?
Mm.
That's some good Splash Mountain water.
Let's go Splash Mountain. I want more of that.
I'm just gonna make a water company that's called Splash Mountain.
And you could too. Dude, they allow people to do you can do that. There's water
No,
bottle companies you can do that.
Splash Mountain sounds like the like off brand like Walmart brand of Propel or something.
Yeah. Splash Mountain.
Because you know how
I'll
they
make that oh yeah, oh yeah.
because you know how they do with the Mountain Dew knockoffs,
Yeah. Hmm.
Lightning Mountain or
Yeah,
something.
lightning and then there's but a Splash Mountain sounds like
Maybe no, maybe okay. It's not Propel. It's like one of those other crazy flavors they have Mountain Dew. Like
yeah, like Surge or something.
yeah, Splash.
Splash Mountain.
All right. So
That's a good one.
let's see. So there's no more news on that. I just had an issue earlier where McDonald's has this sales tactic. I don't know if you've seen that. I posted on Facebook. I went to McDonald's and I just wanted to purchase a $15 gift card, right?
I seen
Yeah,
that.
they would not let me. They said I could either purchase a $5, a $10, or a $25. So I could not purchase a $15 or $20 one if I wanted to,
Wonder
which is
why
crazy.
that is.
And I think it's a sales tactic if a lot of these businesses are doing that. Because look, if you're spending 5 or 10, if you're that's already set in your mind, you're probably not going to go to jump to 15 anyway or something like you already haven't set. It's for usually a purpose of a specific meal or a dollar amount that you're trying to spend on like a group of people even. But if you're
Yeah.
looking to get a $15 one and they like jumping up to 20 or 25 because you have to isn't going to be that big of a deal for most
Yeah.
people. Now the lady was like, well, you can just buy a $5 one and a $10 one. I'm
Why? That's
like what is the point? Like
hmm
I'm not carrying around two gift cards. I just wanted one.
dude, if you think about it, that is absolutely genius.
I think
And
that's
it's genius because here's the reason why. What's the average meal price? Let's say $8.49
yeah,
or something.
yeah,
You have a $10 card, right? You spend that leaves a dollar, say $1.50 left over. A lot of people are not going to worry about that $1.50. They're going to
Mm-hmm.
put that away, never use it.
Yep.
And McDonald's, hopefully, that they don't use that. And
Yeah.
that's money they don't have to spend again. Then you have a $5 card. So if you're only going to go in there and get like 2 for $3, okay, that's great.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully you don't. But if you spend over that amount, then you have to come out of pocket.
Yeah.
But if you have $15 and $20, you're looking at
You're
really.
gonna go back again, but does that mean they're killing some often some of their repeat customers? But I guess that money's already spent, so it don't matter.
It don't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. That money,
A lot of
they're
people
money.
that don't think
Yeah.
about it.
Well, it's like when you go into like you can go to Walgreens or any like grocery store and they're selling like say they had McDonald's gift cards in there, but they only do usually maybe in like for restaurant gift cards it's like 20, 25, or like 50 or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
They never do a 5, 10, or 15 in those stores. So there's really nowhere I guess I can at least around here. I don't know. You guys let me know if it's different around where you guys are because I thought I just purchased. Well, I did purchase a $5 one not that long ago, a couple $5 ones, but um, so you can only do them in store. But it's to get a $15 gift card. I don't understand how hard that is. I really don't. I don't know. You know
Yeah, I
why
don't
they're
get it
doing
either.
it
How come they don't
besides
have it just
in sales.
preloaded?
Yeah.
What
Well,
if I
that's
want?
what I think. That's what they're trying to do. Is that maybe they're already preloaded there, and that's why they have them like that now or something. Like you just buy it and you don't have to type anything, and just like you would at like when you go to Walgreens or any
Yeah,
pharmacy, grocery store, Walmart, whatever. But I don't know. And then it made me mad because then I went to Burger King and I was like, okay, I'm gonna go get a gift card there instead since McDonald's doesn't want my money. Like to just get one single card that's the plastic, just one single card of the plastic, and that's gonna save some um some turtle out there or fish.
right.
I care
Uh,
about these freaking plastic straws like for a while. Went to the paper straws, but yet they never even give a crap about the plastic in the gift cards that they're going to
no, they
waste.
don't plastic gift cards. Like all those microplastics getting in the water. And you brought up that gift cards. I went and pulled it. I think I've had this Target gift card in my wallet. I've yet to spend it.
Yeah.
2 or 3 years. It's been two
Yep.
to three
Well,
years.
there's a lot of businesses that do stuff like this, but let me finish. So Burger King does not sell. At least Burger King I went to, they said they haven't sold gift cards in store for a year.
What?
Yeah. So I was so mad. I went two places to try to get a freaking $15 gift
What?
card. I was
That's dude. That's easy money there.
Yeah. So they didn't want my money. They didn't want it. But what you're saying is about that Target gift card. So you've had that money. It's already been on there, for a while. So Pirate Ship does. I don't know if when you ship on there, I don't know if you realize that. I think they've set you into this already. Like when you can choose not to be. But say if your shipping costs $6 and whatever change, right? They will charge your card say $20 and then the rest and that balance stays on your pirate ship account. So there's no doubt in my mind they're taking that money just like most companies do. They're taking that money that they already have, they're reinvesting it already somewhere else. They either
Mm-hmm.
bought stocks with it or
Yep.
did something with it that they're using that money. Uh-oh. Whoops. I was getting too
Whoa!
uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Hold on.
He's back. Yeah, they're taking that money,
I know,
reinvesting it.
I was getting so angry. These people taking our money and just spending how they want to.
It's probably in some like small print that nobody read.
Yeah, but no, that's literally what they do there. Hold on, I'm a little off balance. I'll just hold it like this now, I guess. There's just my stand I had it on fell, and I don't feel like going down the.
That's fine.
I'll just be a little closer to the screen. But yeah, they just use the money however they want. It's one way they get extra money, just like a bank would. They can
Yeah.
reinvest it, and so I wish I could do that with my eBay sales or something like.
Yeah, really.
Because you don't think eBay's doing that in between payouts?
Oh, they got to
No.
be.
Oh yeah, there's no doubt. They're
They
probably
got
playing
to.
around with that a little bit. Yep.
make more
That's
money.
probably the whole reason why they did payouts directly on there, so they can do that.
Yep.
PayPal, I'm sure, did that too. While your money's sitting in your account, you don't actually have that money yet, or you don't have it until it's physically in your hand, or you spent
Yeah,
it on something.
that's right.
That's how it
That's
always
it.
is.
It's lost.
But
Absolutely lost.
yep, I'm not gonna answer that yet. All right. So let's go ahead and get on to trivia because I think that's the last thing
Yep.
after.
Yeah, we're about almost an hour and a half in.
Yeah, so I want to get that going. Let's see. All right, so this this trivia is brought to you by ChatGPT again. It's kind
This
of
is trivia. It could be wrong or
you
it
know,
could be right.
so pretty much
Yeah.
as we look back on the year of 2024, um, I figure we can look back using ChatGPT, what this podcast has been doing, and just like there may or may not been things that you or I said that are true. I have no. I filtered through some of the stuff might be true, some of it might not. I don't know, but this is what ChatGPT thinks of our what goes on during a
I'm
junk
ready to hear this.
podcast. All right, so I'll start with question number one. What's the most likely reason Jay started the Junk Jaw Reseller podcast? A. To avoid doing actual listings on eBay. B. To make resellers feel better about their terrible sourcing decisions. C. To create a support group for flea market junkies. D. To help people flip more stuff than pancakes.
I'm gonna go with D.
Nope. Thinks you want to avoid doing actual listings on eBay.
I was gonna say that because you said that and my wife laughed.
Oh my gosh. All right.
She literally laughed at me. Right.
All right. Number two. What's the most relatable quote Jay has said on a podcast? A. This could be worth millions or nothing. B. It's not hoarding if you call it inventory. C. I paid $5 so I'm practically a genius. D. eBay fees? Question mark. Never heard of them.
I'm gonna go with B.
Yep. It's not hoarding if you call it inventory.
Inventory.
All right.
I think I may have said that too.
I have no idea.
Not inventory. It's not order if you call it inventory. I think I did
Well,
say
you
that.
said it now, so it counts.
I
All
mean, it's
right.
right though. I mean, that's true.
What's Ray's secret weapon for spotting valuable items at flea markets? A pair of eagle eyes. B, a smartphone with eBay open 24/7. C, a junk radar that tingles when he sees treasure. D, years of bad buys to guide his instincts.
Man. Uh, I know you hate it when your app's not working. I'm gonna just say B.
B, nope. D, years of bad buys to guide his instincts. All right, number four. What's the most dangerous advice Jay has given on the podcast? A, don't be afraid to dumpster dive.
Well, that's
B,
it.
just list it and hope for the best. C, if you get it for free, who cares? It's cursed. If it's cursed. That's, and then D, start a bidding war at a yard sale.
Oh man.
I don't even remember. Like I said, I don't know how true this is.
I'm gonna say C.
Yep. If you get it for free, who cares if it's cursed?
Yeah. Who cares?
All
We're just
right.
gonna sell it.
Number five. What's the most likely item Jay regrets buying? This is a lot about I should have skimmed through this one. What's the most likely item Jay regrets buying? A broken lava lamp that looked vintage. Have you ever bought a broken lava?
That looked vintage.
Um, B, a box of expired Baby price guides.
Well, I've had some expired Beanie Baby price guides.
C, a haunted Furby that whispers at night.
Ooh.
D, a signed photo of someone's grandma.
Hmm.
What do you regret buying the most?
I'm gonna go with D.
Nope. A box of expired Beanie Baby price guides.
Wow. I've had some of them though. I'm
We'll
telling you.
see. Maybe you mentioned it. I can't remember this whole
Chat
time.
GPT.
All right, number 5. What's the most likely item Jay? Oh no, we already did that. Duh. Number 6. What's the most likely reason Jay's YouTube subscribers love his podcast? A. They secretly want to outsource him. B. They enjoy watching someone else fail at reselling, so they don't have to. C. They're just here for the flea market horror stories. D. They're waiting for him to accidentally sell something worth $1,000.
I like B better.
No, it's C. They're just here for the flea market horror stories.
Well, at least they take something. They don't have to be talking about the flea market all the time.
Jeez,
Yeah,
they really ChatGPT really picked on you because
I
I
know.
said Ray and Jay. Even like I didn't. Jeez, because here's another one about you. What's the weirdest tip Jay has shared on Junk Jaw? A. Always sniff the box before buying it. B. If it's shiny, someone will buy it. C. You can never have too many mannequin heads. What?
What?
You, how many mannequin heads you got, Jay?
I've got two.
Okay. Well, like, 2 is too many. D. Sell the box sometimes is worth more than an item.
Oh, D. I said that.
Okay, so ChatGPT was listening. Yep, it's correct. What's a running joke on the Junk Jaw Reseller podcast?
uh, uh,
That we don't run. That's the running joke.
we don't run.
Like, um, A. Jay keeps items he meant to sell. Jeez, it does listen. It does.
Hey, oh, there's more.
Yep. B. Every rare item ends up worth $5. C. The never-ending pile of unlisted inventory. D. Jay's inability to walk past a free bin.
Damn, no. But the running joke is the inventory. It's
Yes,
C.
it is. It's the never-ending pile of unlisted inventory.
That seems like we talk about that inventory
Yeah.
every episode.
Yep. All right. Well, finally, one about me. Okay. Number 9. What's Ray's go-to excuse for buying something he doesn't need? A. It's for research purposes. B. I couldn't let it go to waste. C. Someone out there might want it. D. It was only $1.
Well, D.
Yeah. It's only $1. Yeah.
Only $1.
$1 ain't gonna kill me.
Yeah.
All right. Number 10. Last one. What's a reselling lesson Ray says he learned the hard way? A. Not everything with vintage in the title is valuable. B. If it smells weird, don't buy it. C. Free items are rarely worth the hassle. D. You can't ship a mirror in a paper envelope.
Well, yeah, we know that. No. I have to, I don't know if it's the right answer, but I got to go with B.
Yeah, if it smells weird, don't buy it.
I'll buy it.
Oh my god, that was good.
That was a good one. I like that. Yeah. I'd have never thought to look at Chat GPT quiz. Yeah, the quiz questions for the show. That was good. I like that.
Oh man, so ChatGPT pays more attention than our viewers.
They did.
They're you know what? They're ChatGPT is now officially our biggest fan,
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, Chat. Yeah,
and they don't even subscribe to us.
they don't. Chat GPT is our biggest fan. I got to write that down.
Oh man, that was good. I don't know what the agenda was that they had against you. They kept picking on you for a while.
I don't know. I was like,
I don't know what is it.
wow, leave
Oh,
me alone. That was good though. That
yeah,
was good. That was our That was our end of the year
trivia. Look back from
trivia.
ChatGPT.
Look back. Thanks to Chat GPT because every quiz question we got was from Chat GPT.
Yep. And if Jay got any wrong, which I know he did,
Leave
then
the answer down.
yep. So we can finally give somebody not a don't worry, it's not a $15 one. I can't get that for you.
Yeah,
But a what was it, a $5? I
it
think
was 10. Right?
10.
We
Oh,
go
okay,
10.
I'm sorry, I'm going
10.
cheap. a $10 gift card to McDonald's. All right,
Get
come
yourself
on,
2 McDoubles.
get yourself
You-
10, almost 10. Besides without tax, like 10 iced coffees if you want. I
Yeah,
don't know, like
and then you could drink and be caffeinated. Just
yep,
stay up all night
yep. Get those
on.
listings done.
Get those
Except for
listings
Jay,
done.
because he can't have coffee.
Except for me, I can't have coffee, and I literally almost die from orange soda.
Surprised it didn't pick that out. Like,
Oh yeah, dude, that was the like. I didn't realize, dude. Everybody I talked to, like, they had no clue there was caffeine in that soda.
yeah,
Until you said something about it, I was like, "What?" And I was like, "Wow, there's caffeine." I didn't know.
yeah.
I don't.
That's
I didn't. Yeah, and dude, I was drinking. I was pounding those sodas
like
down.
a case a day. Just have a pack
Yeah,
case a day.
the 12 cans a day. I was tearing them up.
I mean,
They'll have no
yeah.
sugar. There's nothing in them.
I mean, you just gotta look for the ones that say no caffeine. That's all now.
Oh, I do. I drink two
Yeah,
liters now.
yeah.
I stick with A&W root beer, sugar free, and Sprite Zero. That's
Okay.
what I stick with. So
So A&W doesn't have caffeine.
nope,
Okay.
A&W not
'Cause I
caffeine.
know some root beer has caffeine too. So.
Yeah, Barg's root beer.
Hmm. Okay.
That has caffeine.
That's
Yeah.
weird. I don't
Oh,
understand.
I check it now.
Why would they put caffeine in some and not in others? Like
I
without
don't know.
saying like it
After I was
all be
tricked by
similar.
the orange soda
Yeah.
debacle, I check everything. There's no way. I'm not. Nope.
It's
Not happening. I couldn't believe it. And then just happened to happen that you said that, and then I was like, oh, and then I started feeling all this stuff in my. I don't know if that was
Are you
brought on
sure?
just
Maybe
from
it just went straight to your head. Like,
it went straight to my head. Like, oh no, wow.
oh my god.
Yeah, I'm surprised ChatGPT. What soda almost killed Jay on the podcast?
Oh, I can't do it because not on this phone. It's on the phone I'm using. I'll have to ask it that question and report back next episode.
Yeah, see if it. Yeah, I'm gonna type that in too. I'm curious. What if? Wonder if it would know.
Yeah. Jeez.
That's crazy.
Yep.
But if you stuck with us this long, thank you, and I hope you have a great New Year.
Yep.
And
Tell us your resolutions again, guys. Like, comment
yeah,
down below if.
and thanks
Yeah.
for joining us this whole year. We do appreciate it, and I think we got 19, 20 subscribers, whatever it was. Thank you all.
Oh, did we get up to 20
I don't know.
or not?
I
Either
think
way, we're getting
I
there. Slowly.
Yeah, we're getting there. We're gonna get one from this episode. I was just being,
Yeah.
19.
Well, I guess if you watch this episode, you got all caught up because of ChatGPT.
Yep.
Let's look back.
Yeah, just look back.
Just the only thing you missed out was the orange soda episode.
Yeah, you got to find the orange soda episode. That's where I almost died, but from the orange soda, I couldn't believe it. I can't believe there was caffeine in that soda. I did good believe
Changed their life. Oh my gosh. That
it.
was a life changing episode for
That
you.
was life changing episode. I was wondering why everything, all that stuff. Man, I was like, man, why does it keep happening? My heart just keeps.
I know,
Nope.
probably for weeks you're like, man, why am I feeling such like crap?
Yeah, and it was the orange soda. So,
But
um,
well,
these
that's definitely in your New Year's resolution. Do not
yeah.
drink caffeinated orange soda.
Ray's story from when he was a kid saved my life, guys. It did.
It's crazy.
Saved my life.
That's right. I forgot that's how it got brought up. I think
Yep,
something I wanted to think. Yeah.
that's how it got brought up.
Yep.
Yep. Uh, but anyway, thanks, guys. And next time you'll see us, be next year.
Yep. See you guys next year.
Bye.